Advance monthly sales for retail and food services, May 2020. For release at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, Tuesday, June 16, 2020. Statement regarding COVID-19 impact. Due to recent events surrounding COVID-19, many businesses are operating on a limited capacity or have ceased operations completely. The Census Bureau has monitored response and data quality and determined estimates in this release meet publication standards. For more information on the compilation of this month's report, see less than COVID-19 FAQs greater than. June 16, 2020, the U.S. Census Bureau announced the following advance estimates of U.S. retail and food services sales for May 2020, advance monthly sales. May 2020, $485.5 billion. 17.7%. April 2020. Revised. $412.6 billion. Minus 14.7%. Next release, July 16, 2020. Advance estimates of U.S. retail and food services. Advance estimates of U.S. retail and food services sales for May 2020, adjusted for seasonal variation and holiday and trading day differences, but not for price changes, were $485.5 billion, an increase of 17.7% plus or minus 0.5% from the previous month, but 6.1% plus or minus 0.7% below May 2019. Total sales for the March 2020 through May 2020 period were down 10.5% plus or minus 0.5% from the same period a year ago. The March 2020 to April 2020% change was revised from down 16.4% plus or minus 0.5% to down 14.7% plus or minus 0.2%. Retail trade sales were up 16.8% plus or minus 0.5% from April 2020, but 1.4% plus or minus 0.7% below last year. Non-store retailers were up 30.8% plus or minus 1.4% from May 2019, while building material and garden equipment and supplies dealers were up 16.4% plus or minus 1.9% from last year. General information. The June 2020 Advance Monthly Retail Report is scheduled for release on July 16, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. View the full schedule in the Economic Briefing Room, www.census.gov/economic-indicators/. The full text and tables of this release can be found at www.census.gov/retail/explanatory notes. The advance estimates are based on a subsample of the Census Bureau's full retail and food services sample. A stratified random sampling method is used to select approximately 5,500 retail and food services firms whose sales are then weighted and benchmarked to represent the complete universe of over 3 million retail and food services firms. Survey description. The U.S. Census Bureau conducts the Advance Monthly Retail Trade and Food Services Survey to provide an early estimate of monthly sales by kind of business for retail and food service firms located in the United States. Each month, questionnaires are mailed to a probability sample of approximately 5,500 employer firms selected from the larger monthly retail trade survey. Advance sales estimates are computed using a link relative estimator. For each detailed industry, we compute a ratio of current to previous month weighted sales using data from units for which we have obtained usable responses for both the current and previous month. For each detailed industry, the advance total sales estimates for the current month is computed by multiplying this ratio by the preliminary sales estimate for the previous month derived from the larger MRTS at the appropriate industry level. Total estimates for broader industries are computed as the sum of the detailed industry estimates. The link relative estimate is used because imputation is not performed for most non-respondents in MARTS. For a limited number of non-responding companies that have influential effects on the estimates, sales may be estimated based on historical performance of that company. The monthly estimates are benchmarked to the annual survey estimates from the annual retail trade survey once available. The estimates are adjusted for seasonal variation and holiday and trading day differences. Additional information on MARTS and MRTS can be found on the Census Bureau website at www.census.gov/retail. Reliability of estimates. Because the estimates presented in this report are based on a sample survey, they contain sampling error and non-sampling error. Sampling error is the difference between the estimate and the result that would be obtained from a complete enumeration of the sampling frame conducted under the same survey conditions. This error occurs because only a subset of the entire sampling frame is measured in a sample survey. Standard errors and coefficients of variation (CV), as given in Table 3 of this report, are estimated measures of sampling variation. The margin of sampling error, as used on page 1, gives a range about the estimate, which is a 90% confidence interval. If, for example, the percent change estimate is plus 1.2% and its estimated standard error is 0.9%, then the margin of sampling error is plus or minus 1.753 by 0.9% or plus or minus 1.6%, and the 90% confidence interval is minus 0.4% to plus 2.8%. If the interval contains 0, then one does not have sufficient evidence to conclude at the 90% confidence level that the change is different from 0 and therefore the change is not statistically significant. Estimated changes shown in the text are statistically significant unless otherwise noted. For a monthly total, the median estimated coefficient of variation is given. The resulting confidence interval is the estimated value plus or minus 1.753 x CVx, the estimated monthly total. The Census Bureau recommends that individuals using estimates in this report incorporate this information into their analyses, as sampling error could affect the conclusions drawn from the estimates. Non-sampling error encompasses all other factors that contribute to the total error of a sample survey estimate. This type of error can occur because of non-response, insufficient coverage of the universe of retail businesses, mistakes in the recording and coding of data, and other errors of collection, response, coverage, or processing. Although non-sampling error is not measured directly, the Census Bureau employs quality control procedures throughout the process to minimize this type of error. Weather information. For information on the impact of weather events on the compilation of this report, please see the Frequently Asked Questions (FAQs) on our website at www.census.gov/retail/marts_weather_FAQs.html. Resources. Quarterly Services Survey. Did you know? Services make up roughly two-thirds of the personal consumption expenditures component of the U.S. gross domestic product (GDP) measured by the Bureau of Economic Analysis (B). Quarterly Services Survey (QSS) revenue data is the largest input into what is commonly referred to as consumer spending. Learn about historical revenue trends for certain industries going back 15 years and other data, such as inpatient days and discharges for hospitals, by visiting https://www.census.gov/services/index.html. API. The Census Bureau's application programming interface lets developers create custom apps to reach new users and makes key demographic, socioeconomic and housing statistics more accessible than ever before. www.census.gov/developers/Fred mobile app. Receive the latest updates on the nation's key economic indicators by downloading the Fred app https://fred.stlouisfed.org/fred-mobile/ for both Apple and Android devices. Fred, the signature database of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, now incorporates the Census Bureau's 13 economic indicators. Table 1. Estimated monthly sales for retail and food services, by kind of business. Total sales estimates are shown in millions of dollars and are based on data from the Advance Monthly Retail Trade Survey, and administrative records. Table 2. Estimated change in monthly sales for retail and food services, by kind of business. Estimates are shown as percents and are based on data from the Advance Monthly Retail Trade Survey, and administrative records. Table 3. Estimated measures of sampling variability and revision to Advance estimates May 2020. Estimates are shown as percents and are based on data from the Advance Monthly Retail Trade Survey and Monthly Retail Trade Survey.